Hello, I'm Zane and this is my time capsule. So, firstly, I got a cross to represent Jesus and God because Christianity, obviously, a lot of people believe that Christianity and God, God created everything. God's like this almighty being, and you have the Holy Trinity, the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. So, a lot of people think that God is the creator and the ruler of everything on earth. So, I felt like putting a cross would be a good first thing for the time capsule. Second is for pop culture. I did a Kendrick Lamar album cover. Kendrick Lamar, he really, really explosion of hip hop. Really, it kind of like exploded. It became this mainstream form of music and news and getting us just being represented in today's society. So I figured putting a Kendrick Lamar album cover, because how influential it was, is a good first pick. So I bought the Pimp a Butterfly album cover. Next was concert tickets for friends. Um, I know that a lot of people go to concerts with all their friends. My parents did. A lot of my friends do. They go to concerts with our friends. And if you look at the ticket stub that you got from the concert, you'll be able to remember what friends you went with and where you did it and everything with your friends. So I'm like, that's a great idea for friendship, because I know I'll be able to remember everything from that day. Next, for love, it was a little tricky, but I thought the new diamonds that don't have rings in them, the rings that don't have diamonds in them, um, it's a little bit more ethical, and it's kind of love is like, it stays the same really throughout time and history, like flowers and rings. But these new rings that don't have diamonds, it's ethical, it's sustainable, and it's better for the environment than mining all these diamonds hard. So that's why I chose that for love, because, because I thought it was good. Next was family. So I did a family's famous homemade meal. When you think of like cooking with your family, you think of like your mom or your grandma's home style dinner. So I picked, and my dad makes good burgers. So I picked burgers for those because just when I think of like my mom and I think of like home style dinner, like that just reminds me of just my family and like my grandma making cannolis for us. And that just reminds me of family. And it's a good idea. So putting like a photo of like style dinner in my time capsule was a good idea. The Snapchat ghost for social media. This generation, everyone's on Snapchat, so it's a good idea for me to put that in there, because I mean, everyone uses Snapchat, and there's so much stuff on Snapchat. You got so much photos of when you're little, and I know I got like tons of photos from 4 or 5 years ago on here that I'll be able to use and look back at when I'm older. I'm like, man, look at I remember that, like, Snapchat, crazy time that we're living in right now. So I picked Snapchat for the social media. For food, I picked Nashville hot chicken. Right now, this is like the fad. Everyone wants that Nashville hot chicken. So I'm like, you know what? That's probably a good idea. Because like when you think of like when you're younger, like, oh, what I loved. I loved McDonald's when I was younger. So I look back, I got little memories of like the playpen and the Happy Meal. But now, since everyone loves these Nashville hot chicken tenders, I think that we'll be able to look back and just get nostalgic from like how we used to eat them all the time, and used to dip it in the ranch, and just everything about them is just nostalgic. So that's why I picked that for food. For fashion and clothing, I picked Supreme. It wasn't this not big, but Supreme's kind of like newish. I would say it's like 21st century, and it really popped off in like the 2010s. So like once you see that, you'll be like, oh, that's such a throwback, because it really is. It wasn't around back when my parents were alive. Well, my parents were born, so this is like really just our generation. We grew up with Supreme, so I mean, I don't have it. It's a little bit expensive for me, but I know that this is what all the kids used to want to get when we were younger, and I know a lot of kids still get it now. So that's why I did Supreme clothing for fashion. Arts, I did Banksy. Banksy is he's a street artist, and he makes really influential art pieces, like just outside any building. So like New York, Chicago, London. He makes really amazing artwork, and a lot of people, they like to take it down because they're being mean, but also there's a whole nother side of it where they want to cherish the art, and I think that's amazing. So for Banksy, for art and entertainment, I did Banksy because it's influential and it's one of the best artists of our generation. And then for sports, I have the Lakers, mostly because it's an LA team. It's a very popular franchise. Everyone knows the Lakers. Everyone wants to be with the Lakers. It's just so popular, and with all the big fuss right now, they got LeBron, they got Luka. Everyone just wants everyone's eyes are on the Lakers. So, and with the passing of Kobe, it's just even more influential and even more just out there. So for sports, I did Lakers because just the storied franchise is incredible. So that was my time capsule. Oh, one more. For music, I did Taylor Swift because Taylor Swift is like the most popular in our decade. She's the biggest artist of all time. Well, not of all time, but right now she's like on top of the world. She has every single girl, I feel like, fangirling over her. So many little kids fangirling over her. So many millennial moms fangirling over her. She's made so much money. She's made so much albums, and she does it all by herself. And you can't go on the radio without hearing her music. So I did Taylor Swift for that because that was kind of a no-brainer for music. And that is my time capsule.